They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. He's got room at the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They begin on the ground with Kamara. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Winston, and that's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Winston to give. It's Kamara. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Tries it left side and finds Olave. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 25 yards. And the Saints have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks. Scrimmage.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll run left with Pollard. And he is going to lose yardage here. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
That's a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end. Being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block. And you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect, incomplete. I give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
That's pulled in at the 32. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On third down, Winston. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 56 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. On the counter, here's Kamara. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
A give to Kamara running right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Kamara trying the right side. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing, Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Lutz is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Murray now on first down. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Murray. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's got room. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Murray again. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing now is Murray. This will be caught by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. with career touchdown number 75. And the Cards are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. A first down throw for Winston. And he rifles one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working out of the gun, Winston. This one taken in by Olave. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They go play action. Winston. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And this will not be returned, so the 2nd half begins with a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the 2nd half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Pass incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. On play action, Winston. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
This is taken at the 23. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
8 yards to go on 2nd down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now a give here to Pollard. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And that's why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Second and goal from the 1. Murray going to fire one out wide. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. A 1-yard touchdown reception as his guys have now moved out in front. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
That's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, Winston. And he whips that one incomplete there.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Winston. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Play action. Now it's Murray. They'll roll him out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Saints are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Following the interception, Winston.
He completes it to Olave. He's got room at the 30, down the left sideline.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave.
58 yards.
And the Saints are back within a couple of the lead. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. So, boy, that's already the third they burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. Winston to throw for it. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Buying time to his left.
That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
1st down, and it's Pollard again. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and 11 now, Murray. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play fake. Murray. Dancing to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Okay, so roughing the passer, I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Run for Pollard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the
We're through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
They go back to Pollard on second down.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Tony Pollard taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Cardinals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the fourth quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard.
61 yards on the ground for him so far. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Murray now.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jameis to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Olave holds it in. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. Play fake. Winston. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Winston. Finding Taysom Hill, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Here's Winston. And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Going to run again here with Pollard. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. And Ingram hauls it in. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw. Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
It's looking number 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And the one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the right way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Calling a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Great job of tackling there to prevent the first down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Arizona, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.